From across Maryland, Virginia, and the District, this is Washington's 24-hour local news leader. News Channel 8's Live This Morning starts right now.
6 minutes now before 10 o'clock. Members of Congress have fewer than 50 days now before the midterm elections to finish their work on a host of issues. Everything from that financial reform package to the government's response to the BP oil spill. So what does the flurry of activity mean for citizens, and how can they get their voices heard on the Hill? For advice, we call on our advocacy advisor, Stephanie Vance. Stephanie,
hey.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you. How's it going?
Going fine. 50 days before the midterms, which is traditionally a time when Congress, let's be honest, doesn't do all that much anyway, because nobody wants to go on the record as casting an unpopular vote back home. But there are still plenty of things that Congress has to get done.
Yes, they do have to get done 13 appropriations bills. They have to do something about, I don't know if you've heard about this oil spill, but
it's been in all the newscasts, yeah.
So they have to do something about that. They have the Supreme Court nomination. They have the financial services package. So yeah, they're definitely needing to get some stuff done.
It's a busy time. It means it is going to be a time at which members of Congress' time is that much more intensively being used. So how do you cut through the clutter and have them hear the message you want them to?
Well, it's hard because you're going to be finding that members of Congress are really going to be focusing on some of these core issues at the end of the day. The appropriations, you know, you got to get the appropriations bills done. So
even if you do the continuing resolution thing, which is kind of gee, we don't want to make a decision yet, but we got to keep the government running.
Right. So, I mean, for the most part, I like to tell citizens there's kind of two things going on. First of all, many of the big decisions have already been made. So I don't think you're going to have a lot of influence on the end game of some of these pieces of legislation. But on the other hand, it is a good time to start setting the stage for next year. So starting to talk to your members of Congress about what they want to get done in the next Congress, and perhaps starting to get to know some of the ones who might be new.
And that's probably an important tactical decision here, too, because you have to look at this big picture. This stuff comes around on a regular basis, and if you have missed your window this time, be ready for it the next time it comes around.
Well, yeah, I mean, the legislative process, it's slow, it's tiresome, it's terribly inefficient, and it usually takes about 7 years for a bill to move through the process. So if you didn't catch it this time, you'll probably catch it next time.
Stephanie comes on a regular basis to give us exactly this kind of stuff, and we want to give her a little plug here now. Your company, Advocacy Associates, is involved in a very interesting contest here. Talk about that real quickly.
Yes, well, thank you so much. It's Count Me In for Women's Economic Independence. It's run with American Express Open, and it's called the Make Mine a Million contest, and we're a finalist, which means I get to go to New Jersey next week and pitch us as a company that's sort of up and coming, and it's exciting because it's in this arena of grassroots advocacy that I think is pretty cool. And
one clearly that has a lot of importance around here. Well, first of all, congratulations on that, and secondly, thank you so much for coming on your regular basis, because we look forward to your visits here. We're going to step away for just a bit. At the top of the 10 o'clock hour, we're back with more news, and we hope you'll join us.